I screwed up on accident. Hello, friends. We are back. So, for today's video, I am I am going to be vegan for a month. My diet is mostly vegan. Sometimes I splurge on like some eggs, or I'm a big salmon gal. I wanted to do this challenge, of course, to see how my body will react to just fully vegan, because I find a lot of times dairy will affect my stomach and eggs will affect my stomach. I'm sorry if you hear this like buzzing, high-pitched buzzing noise. I don't know what that is, but it needs to stop. And also, I know this looks terrible. The people who worked on this apartment just did the least amount of effort they could do. And because we are in Los Angeles, we get earthquakes, and where there's earthquakes, we get cracks. And so that is why. That is like that. And I'm sorry, it's dark. My light bulb went out. We'll probably get that fixed. We all know how much I procrastinate on some things. And neighbors, can you please? Anywho, so yeah, I'm going to be vegan for a month, and I will document the process. And today is actually the first day, and I wanted to document what I was eating today, but it's been a really busy day. I was actually going to see a campus that I am going to college at, but I can tell you straight up, breakfast I had fruit with homemade granola and oat milk. I had coffee. Lunch, my mother and I, we found this hole in the wall called Little Barn, and it's all plant-based, and I was really craving a breakfast burrito. And why are you getting obnoxiously loud? Thank you. So rude. So rude. So I got a breakfast burrito that had scrambled tofu scrambled, had black beans, pico de gallo, diet cheese, and it was, wrapped in a tortilla. I had that. I shared that with my mother because we usually share, sharing is caring. And I had a mocha. Whenever I get coffees, I never really get flavorings. If I do get a flavoring, it's usually a mocha, and even then, I always say half sweet. So right now I've been on a iced latte kick for a good bit, but I'm trying to change that because oat milk has a lot of calories and sugar, and so I'm trying to switch over to cold brews with a splash of oat milk, but I really wanted a mocha, and this place actually had a vegan mocha, so it was iced mocha with oat milk, half sweet. Sorry, I went on a rant all about a latte, but as you guys probably can tell, I'm very passionate about coffee. And my sister will be coming over tonight, and our dinner, I believe, is going to be quinoa with roasted Brussels sprouts, cranberries, almonds, over a bed of greens. I can document that for you just to make sure that is correct. But yeah, I think that's everything for today. We'll see if I eat a dessert because that's me. I have a major sweet tooth, and we just went to Costco, and Costco has these, I think it's a frozen acai sorbet bites covered in this chocolate shell, and so I'm excited to try those. They also have these grapes called Candy Dream. You guys, the only fruit I've ever been so passionate about, actually 2 fruits, because I've been on a pineapple kick right now, but my favorite fruit is a peach. I am from Georgia. Well, I grew up in Georgia. I was born in Connecticut, but I grew up in Georgia. So I'm a Georgia peach. I am so passionate about peaches. If you're ever in the southern area, if you ever want an ice cream, get Breyer's vanilla ice cream with peaches in it. It's so good, so good. Another rant, sorry. But these grapes, they're so good. The Candy Dream grapes from Costco, and if you take the grapes and put them in the freezer, game changer, game changer. But yeah, wow, this intro went a lot of places. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking and we are gonna get on with this video, okay? See you soon. Breakfast time. So I'm going to be making my infamous coffee protein shake. You guys, I am so addicted to this shake. It's so good. And of course I'm addicted because there's coffee. Like you guys know, I love coffee. So I am going to be filming it so you guys can get the recipe as well. Alright, so what you will need for this coffee smoothie is 1 scoop of protein powder. I do not recommend this protein powder. It's from Trader Joe's. I don't like it. For some reason, it makes my smoothies taste kind of salty, but it's the only one I have right now. I just ran out of my favorite one. It's called Elite Protein. I will link it down in the description for you, but I am using this right now. I haven't tried it just that protein powder in the smoothie, but you know, maybe it's gonna be like a salted caramel coffee smoothie. Who knows? So any protein powder works for this. 1 scoop. And then I do a big dollop of almond butter. As you can probably tell from the jar, I love almond butter. Any almond butter works. I just prefer no added sugar or salt. Next, we have 3/4 cups of liquid. I like to use oat milk, and I do a 1/3 cup of oat milk, and then I fill the rest of the cup till it hits 3/4 of a cup with water, just so I can get some sort of creaminess in the smoothie. And then I do 1 frozen banana, and then 2 teaspoons of espresso powder, and then I do 5 ice cubes, 4 or 5. I kind of like to do 5 because I like my smoothies really thick. And so you put it all together in the blender and then blend it up until everything is completely smooth. Also, I forgot to mention, sometimes I like to add spinach to it just to get some extra greens in it, but today I just kind of want to not have it. But don't be alarmed by the color. I know it will look gross if you add the spinach, but trust me, you don't taste it. It just kind of looks like a smoothie made for the Hulk, but it's still good, I promise. Yeah, definitely don't get that protein powder though. It leaves a weird aftertaste. I screwed up on accident, and I really debated putting this in the video because it really shows that I'm not perfect, and I don't know why that is such a hard thing for me, but I'm like, no, you made an obligation to tape everything. So, and it's probably not even as big as I'm making it sound, but I messed up. Today, I went on a jog because I'm doing the running and Chloe Ting challenge, which will probably be coming up after this video. So after I went for my jog, I actually went to Starbucks to get some coffee because, you know, waking up this morning was really rough. So I went to Starbucks to get a coffee. They actually just came out with a cold brew with oat milk foam. And then I decided I wanted a bagel. So my favorite bagel is an everything bagel. And usually bagels, like everything bagels, are usually vegan. I mean, you just have to ask with like the eggs. Some places use eggs. So I got a bagel and I ate it, and I'm somebody who like gets really interested in like the ingredients and nutrition facts of like random crap. And since I recently found out that oat milk lattes, like a grande, is like 270 calories, I was curious on how much a cold brew with oat milk foam was. Side note, grande, it's 50 calories. And then I'm like, I wonder what the everything bagel is. I found out that they put Asiago cheese on the everything bagel. I've never heard of an everything bagel that has cheese on it. So that wasn't vegan, obviously. And I just wanted to document this because I really was going back and forth of just like doing it because I was afraid of showing that I messed up on such a simple thing. And I'm like, Katrina, you're human. Like, everybody messes up sometimes, and that's the way of life. And you know, things aren't simple, things aren't easy, but you just have to let it go, and it's in the past. And I also was like, well, if anybody else thought that Starbucks everything bagel was vegan, they're not. Just like figs are not vegan, which is weird because apparently like every single fig there's like a dead wasp in it, which is gross. Also, I'm really curious on your take on honey, how it's not vegan because it's like bee vomit. But the thing is, bees need to make honey in order to survive. So I'm really interested on like what your thoughts are on that. Like, not saying it's wrong, not saying it's right. I'm just curious because like we get our honey like local, because if you get local honey, it helps with allergies because all the pollination, it's like in that same area, and so it helps with people with bad allergies like this girl. And the beekeepers, they say that bees actually have to make honey in order to survive because bees were born to work, and if they don't work, then they just die. So I'm curious on what your take is on that. And I'm still grossed out with figs after learning the fact that every single fig there's like a dead wasp or something like that. So everything bagels are not vegan. Okay. Well, I'll see you guys soon. Yes? Okay. As you guys saw, I just had some breakfast, It was a leftover from this place called Good Stuff in Manhattan Beach. That's Elliot. What's up, Cooks? What are you doing? He always acts like he's doing something he shouldn't be doing. I don't know. Anyways. So, yeah. Elliot. I'm back. If you hear purring, that's my cat. I ordered him to come into my lap because he was getting into trouble. So yeah, it was from this restaurant called Good Stuff in Manhattan Beach, I believe. And I got a tofu scrambled. And so that's what I had for breakfast today. I had it for lunch yesterday. And I think that's it. I've been basically just eating leftovers a lot. The vegetable soup that you guys saw with the pesto, it lasted for almost a week. And the pesto, instead of making the pesto, Trader Joe's actually has this kale cashew pesto, so I can eat that. I was able to have it and it was delicious. And then also this morning, what you saw, I had this superfood creamer. I don't know how to pronounce the name. I think it's like Laird. That could be wrong. But I woke up and I was really tired, really groggy. So it's supposed to help you focus and keep you more like aware and awake. And it's sweetened with coconut sugar, so that works for me. And yeah. Why don't you want to be down? Down. Down. It's like alfalfa. It's gonna be that way. So it is the end of being vegan. I know. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Don't be too mad at me. As you guys could tell, I did not document the rest of the month. It is a mixture of me having to do house sitting for like the last week of the month, and I'm still doing that house sitting. I didn't really eat a lot of interesting stuff because of doing the house sittings. I usually just like make a big batch of something and then bring it with me, so I usually just made a big batch of like quinoa and vegetables, and then I just brought it, so it wasn't really that interesting. And then also, I'm just lazy when it comes to documenting, apparently. I am going to try to get better at that for other challenges. But yeah, I promise I was vegan. The only time that I broke it was that everything bagel I told you about, and I have the proof to document it.
Hello.
Hey.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, just tired.
I feel that on another level.
Yeah.
So I need you to confirm that I was actually vegan for a whole entire month, even though I did not document all of it.
You were? Yeah.
I was?
Yeah.
Cool. I was like, I wasn't sure if they could hear you, but you guys heard it from Jelly. Sorry.
Yes, the struggle is real. Sometimes on a few occasions you and I went out to eat.
Oh yeah. I mean, being vegan in general is like a new thing, and then being vegan during the virus is a whole nother thing, because I feel like you don't even really get to interact that much with the employees just to like make sure. It's more like you have to order online and stuff.
Oh, I know. And mine's a bit of a double whammy being allergic to so much.
Yeah. But I will let you go so you can get ready for your class.
Will do. Alright, love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye. Mwah.
Mwah.
Here's my child's toy.
Hey, Ma.
What, cat?
So, I need you to confirm that I was vegan for a month.
Oh, yes, most definitely. Cat was vegan for a month, and it was extremely difficult, especially since it's summer and hot in LA, and one of her favorite treats is ice cream. So,
I am a ice cream connoisseur.
yes. So we've been visiting every vegan shop, you know, from coconut based, you name it. So we had to be very innovative. So, and this is also especially surprising since when she was young, she could eat a T-bone steak without sharing with anyone. So she didn't get it from you guys.
Keep this in mind, I was like 6 years old.
Yes, she was like 6 years old. So
Tiny girl has a big appetite.
yes. She amazed us. I don't know where she puts it. I know she got the meat eating from her dad because I've been a vegetarian for most of my life. Anyway, but yeah, she did it. She didn't cheat, and I'm proud of her. So now she joins our ranks with her sister, who's now a total vegan.
Thank you. Well, I'll let you get back to work.
Okay, thank you.
Look at that big smile.
Bye, everyone.
Hey, Toadster. Oh, my hair. I always forget how long it is. You good? Okay, back to my video. So, there's the confirmation for you guys. I was vegan for a month without breaking the diet except for that everything bagel. Still irked about that everything bagel. But I thought what I would do is talk about the things that I really liked, like the types of foods that I really liked, and then after that I will go through like what I thought about being vegan for a month, because that's probably why you are here. But let's start with my coffee protein shake. I drink the coffee protein shake so much. It's such an easy thing to make. So I like to make that a lot. But you guys know that the protein powder that I have right now is that unsweetened pea protein from Trader Joe's. Do not get it. It's disgusting. And I don't have my protein powder that I really like, but I'm too stubborn to throw this protein powder away. So my protein powder that I like, it's a chocolate flavor. It's sweetened with agave, and it has a bunch of like vegetables and fruits and superfruits and, you know, all the health. So what I decided was to add some unsweetened cocoa powder to my protein shake, and then also I have this organic medjool date syrup. It's from the company Julie's, and they are produced in California. So let's see, you can see the bottle. Can't really don't look at my face, look at the bottle, look at the bottle. Okay, well, it doesn't want to fully focus, that's great. But this syrup is so good. Even if you just want like a good like sweet treat, just take a spoon of this. It's delicious. And then also, I've actually had their dates before. Let me put this down. I've had their dates before. I had like a big box of them. I polished it off, obviously, and that brings me to another treat. When I work out, I try to work out in the morning, so then I feel more productive when I work out in the morning. But I heard that you should work out on like an empty stomach. And I can't work out, you know, after eating because I get nauseous. But when I wake up in the morning, I'm also nauseous because I'm hungry. I try to balance that out by having like 1 or 2 dates dipped in almond butter. So I've been having that a lot. And that's like a good treat also if you just want like a good pick-me-up. If you are having a sweet tooth like me on the reg. It has protein, it has fiber, it has potassium. It's good. Since I've been doing house sitting a lot, I need to basically like meal prep, or you know, just make something big that I can transfer. And so I loved making a big batch of quinoa with vegetables and either Trader Joe's like teriyaki baked tofu or garbanzo beans. I love garbanzo beans. That I will talk about that in a second. So that is such a good like meal for me to bring in. I usually put it on top of a bed of greens and then some avocado for extra protein, and that would be like a good meal for me. And then I loved garbanzo beans. We would have like 14 cans of garbanzo beans and they would still disappear so quickly because they're such a like versatile food. I would be making like a bunch of roasted chickpeas. I also had this huge bag of baby carrots from Costco, and so in order to like use that up, I would like roast carrots and garbanzo beans together with like the seasonings I like to use all the time is salt, pepper, garlic powder, paprika, and cayenne. And so you put some oil and mix the seasonings with it and then just roast it. And so I really like that. And I'm somebody who can't eat big meals. For me, I get really sick if I have big meals, so I have to, you know, eat smaller meals. And so I would like to take the carrots and the garbanzos and then put avocado on it, and it will keep me full for a good bit. Sorry, camera just died. I'm really hitting it off well with this YouTuber thing. So yeah, that is what I thought was best right now. Now, what did I think about being vegan for a month? You know, I just like having the ability to just, you know, not worry about what's in the food. And then also being vegan during a pandemic is a bit different, as you heard me talk to my sister about. In Los Angeles, we still are kind of lockdown phase a little bit. We can't really eat at restaurants a lot. It's mostly just ordering for delivery, and so it's really hard to like find out if things are what are in the foods because people don't like to pick up the phone. Which is great. And they don't, there's a lot of restaurants that don't specify if things are vegan on their site. So yeah. And also we like to get our produce from farmers markets because they're cheaper than buying it at the grocery store. But because of the pandemic, the farmers market that we go to that's right next to us, there is like a huge line like going all around probably 3 blocks. And the thing is, it's metered parking, and so I'm not going to be paying metered parking just for standing in line. So that sucks. The first half of this diet, I'll admit, I didn't eat the best. I ate a good bit of junk food, or not a huge amount, but it wasn't like great. Because, you know, I've just been really down in the dumps lately, I think, as a lot of people feel right now. And so I go to food because it's like an emotional thing for me. Also, I love ice cream, as my mother said. We had a copious amount of ice cream. And fortunately in LA, we have a lot of places that, you know, work with vegan diets. And so there's a couple places near me that have vegan diet, like vegan ice cream, and then there's places that have a lot of vegan options. Sorry that I'm moving my hair a lot. It's gotten really long, and so it's kind of like Rapunzel. I'm just a brunette Rapunzel at the moment. So yeah, the way that I was feeling during the diet, my stomach was really bubbly, which I know occurs with people who go vegan. That's like something they don't expect. But I know it's because you eat more beans for protein, even though you can get protein from a whole bunch of different variety of things, not just beans. But for me, when my stomach gets really bubbly, it's really, really painful. So that wasn't pleasing. And then it got better the second half because I was starting to eat more on the plant-based side. Also, I know people's like acne gets better during a vegan diet, but for me, mine got worse. But I'm not sure if that was because of the vegan diet or because, you know, wearing a mask all the time. So it's probably the mask. There's like a bunch of different variables that could have happened. I'm not going to be strictly vegan. I'm somebody who just loves to eat, and I love to just not really worry about if things are vegan. But that being said, I am going to be making more of a conscious effort of what I eat. There's so many different documentaries that I think everybody should watch. Like, it's such an eye-opener. Like, the one that I recently saw was Super Size Me 2, not the McDonald's one. This one was about the chicken industry, and it's insane how many birds are being pumped with all these different hormones. Like, the hormones that they pump make it so the chickens get bigger than their natural size, and because they're growing rapidly faster than they usually are, then they can't even carry themselves, and that causes heart problems. Their legs, you know, break because they can't carry themselves. There's also the documentary Forks Over Knives. I think even if you don't plan on going vegan or anything, I think everyone should watch those type of documentaries. Just because you don't want to go fully vegan, I think it's important for people to just know where their food came from, and then also just make kind of a conscious effort on trying to lower the amount of animal products that they consume. Because in the US, we don't really take that much care of animals. It's really sad. It's really sad. If you go to other countries, like, they don't even have to label things organic because it's a given. While here we're like, oh, this doesn't have chemicals or anything in it. So I think that's what I take from this, is if you don't want to go vegan, just try making subtle like switches throughout the day, or maybe have a full day of just going vegan and then the rest you're not. That's what I think about being vegan. I definitely, after the holidays, it's crazy to even think that the holidays are coming up, but after the holidays, I think I would love to actually do a plant-based challenge, not just vegan, because just because you're vegan doesn't mean you're healthy, because, you know, Oreos are cookies made from the gods, but they are vegan and they are delicious, but they're not healthy. So I would love to do a challenge where I'm plant-based, and I will definitely do more documenting of that. And so there's a couple of things I want to try making. So maybe that'll be my chance. But yeah, I think that's it for today's video. Tell me what you guys think in the comments about being vegan. Also, tell me about what I said earlier during the month about, you know, like the whole honey thing and the whole fig thing. And then also comment below on what challenge you want me to do next. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Click that notification bell for more videos every Friday, and click that subscribe button to see more of me. Yeah. Alright, you guys. Have courage, be kind, and I will see